Hello, this is Richard Martindale with Martindale Digital. Thank you for joining me on this live stream broadcast today. And on today's broadcast, we are going to be discussing how do I create a digital marketing plan to get more automated client consultation bookings. So if you think about it from the standpoint of you've got new clients coming in the door, how can you automate that process so that your clients can sign up for a consultation without you even having to answer phones, go back and forth with regard to calendars, all the things that waste time with regard to online bookings. So that's what we're going to cover today if you stick with me. Now, I want to first take you back to what we were talking about yesterday so we can, put this in a context of kind of the bigger picture. And I'm going to share my screen here for a second so that you can see. With regard to the big picture that we discussed yesterday, we talked about when you're doing anything with regard to digital marketing for your law firm, you want to think about what is the result I am trying to get. So when an attorney comes to me or a law firm that I'm consulting with says, I need to create a new, digital marketing plan. I need to do more with regard to my online marketing on the internet. And I say, okay, great, happy to help you. But what is it that you're trying to get as far as the result? And one of the typical questions that we're going to address today is, how do I set up a system that's automated where I can get more client consultations for my law firm? Well, that's a typical question that we get, and I'm going to give you the answer today. But first of all, I want to tell you a story about why it's very important to have planning to obtain a certain result. Now, if you know anything about my story, you know that I used to be a prosecutor in Harris County in Houston, Texas. And this is a picture of a jury. And as a prosecutor, we used to do jury trials all the time. For some attorneys, getting up in front of a jury, it might scare you to death. But, as a prosecutor, when I was right out of law school, getting out there and getting in front of the jury was something that we wanted to do all the time. But if you're going to go in front of a jury to present your case and, try to convict somebody of a crime, you have to have a lot of planning in order to make sure that you have all your elements together. With regard to the jury trial, what we always had in our criminal case, we had the indictment or the charging sheet, and you would want to write out exactly all of the elements that you had to prove in order to find a person guilty. So before you're presenting your case to the jury, we would always map it out as a prosecutor and say, all right, you got to remember, get the defendant, make sure the defendant's identified. Make sure we establish jurisdiction, that we're in Harris County, Texas. Make sure we establish the date that it took place. So all of the elements of the crime, if it's an assault, what happened, or if it's a DUI, what happened. And you have to establish all those elements. So then you would know the plan on what you're going to present in front of a jury. So otherwise, you wouldn't just kind of go up there and stand up there in front of the jury and say, hey, good morning, it's Richard Martindale, and let me just talk to you today. If you went in there without a plan, you would find chaos, and obviously usually wouldn't lead to a good result. So you sit down, you plan it out, and that's exactly what you need to do with regard to your digital marketing plan. And specifically today, if you were setting up a system to get online appointments and bookings for new clients. So just as this picture shows, before you would get up and make an argument in front of a jury, you would have it all mapped out. You know what you're going to say, you know the evidence that you're going to present, and then you start with the plan. So taking that into consideration and that story, let me show you an example of what an appointment system would look like if you want to set it up to have an automated booking system for your law firm. So if you look at this picture, this is a good example of something that you might set up to automate your bookings for your client consultations. If you're looking at the screen, you'll see out to the left, there are just some examples of where you might be posting. So let's say you're posting on a blog post, maybe you have LinkedIn, or maybe you're running some Facebook ads, and you're doing that in order to inform and educate people about the type of law that you practice and what you're doing. Well, if you're doing that marketing online, you want to direct those people somewhere. So if someone's interested in hiring you and you go out and you're writing blog posts and you're posting on LinkedIn and you're putting in all this effort into your digital marketing, where are you sending those people and what are you asking them to do? Well, in this system, what you would do is you would direct them back to what we'd call, in internet marketing terms, a lead magnet or a landing page. So as we talked about yesterday, if somebody's running ads, yesterday the example on the live stream was if you're running ads for motorcycle accident attorney and you want to direct them to a page that deals with motorcycle accident information. So in this case, you would do the same thing here. And if you didn't get the chance to watch the live stream yesterday, go back. You can find it on our Facebook page or my LinkedIn page or YouTube and watch that live stream, because we talk a little bit more generally about big picture, and I walk through some examples of what it would look like, real time and searching through Google and, clicking into websites. But on this example, you would have traffic that you would be directing to a particular page. So let's use that example from yesterday, like a motorcycle accident. So let's say you're posting on LinkedIn information on what to do if you had a motorcycle accident. And you would say, if you want some more information, click the link below and it'll direct them to this page that we will call a lead magnet page, or it's basically a specified page that gives them more information. Maybe you've got an ebook there on, the 7 mistakes you don't want to make if you've had a motorcycle accident. Or maybe you have some videos where you're giving them more information about what they need to do if they've been in a motorcycle accident. Well, what you're doing on this page, this lead magnet page, as we'll call it, and as you see it in this diagram, you are asking them to give you their email address and maybe their name and phone number in exchange for you giving them more in-depth information. So if they want to download the ebook, for example, or if they want to watch the videos, they need to put in their name, put in their phone number, and then you're going to give them this great information on what they need to do if they've been involved in a motorcycle accident. Now, what that does for them is you've given them great value. You've given them more education, more information about what they need to do if they've been in a motorcycle accident. And then it also gives you and your law firm information about them. You know that they are interested, probably been involved in a motorcycle accident or know somebody that has, and they're trying to learn more about it. So when you get that lead, as you'll see in the diagram, you then direct them after they've downloaded it to, an application form or a consultation form, something like that, where you say, hey, have you been involved in a motorcycle accident? Would you like to give us a little bit more information so we can evaluate your case? Things like that, where they could then, and the next step. So the first step, you've captured at least their basic information, maybe their name and email address and phone number, something like that. And then the next step would be, would you like a little bit more information for us to give you an idea about your case? They could then fill that out. And when they do, you would then, as you see here, you would send them emails. Send them an email where you're sending them the ebook or sending them access to the videos, and then also inviting them, if they don't go and book, which would be the next page in the system, as they go through the lead magnet and then they get to the application form, then you would have an automated calendar where they can book an appointment with you right there. You want to strike while the iron's hot and get them when they're interested. They're already looking for information. They're right there. They've gone through and maybe submitted some information on an application. Then you want to hit them right there and get them to book the appointment. And if you do that, you get the calendar. You have an automated calendar where they can book it right in. It syncs with your calendar, so it shows them times when you're available. You don't have to worry about answering the phone, calling them, chasing them down to get an appointment. They book it right there. And then after they book it, it gets them into a confirmation page, just as you see on the diagram. And on that confirmation page, you can have a video of yourself or some other information about what's going to happen at the initial consultation. And so you're guiding them through this appointment system, and it's all automated. It's all done online. You don't have to be there. Your executive assistant doesn't have to be answering the phone, answering questions. You show them through the whole process and give them the information they need. And then you have it automatically set up where it sends them email to confirm the appointment. And then also you can have email reminders as you go along to remind them a couple days in advance, maybe send them an email the morning of it and send them the information so that they are constantly being reminded that they have this upcoming appointment with you. So as you can see, this is an automated system where you can use the information that you're doing from your digital marketing standpoint. Back to the left of this diagram, the blogging, the LinkedIn, that maybe the ads that you're running, and it's got a purpose. You know what the result is that you're trying to get. You're trying to get someone to book an appointment with you so you can have that initial consultation. And this system would walk them through exactly what they need to do, and you would do it in an automated fashion. So you could have people booking appointments with you while you're sleeping, while you're out at the golf course, or while you're just, working. And the great thing is that you can then look at your calendar, see what's going on as far as what appointments you have for the next day, and you can monitor it and make sure that, as the appointments are coming in, you're specifying the times that you want to do it. You're controlling your schedule as well as freeing up lots of time for you and your staff to work on the actual legal work that you get and not have to be worrying about calendars and bookings and telephone calls and all the things that interrupt your day. So that's a great system that you can use for online booking appointments and consultations. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more, I have this resource that you can use, and you can go to this site, which is www.martdig, so for Martindale Digital, but just shortened because it's so long, martdig.com/3simple-tools. And this is a free ebook that you can get. You'll have to enter your email address, and you can download this free ebook that shows you a little bit more about some of the technology tools that can run this type of appointment system. And since this live stream is going on right now during coronavirus, when people aren't actually doing kind of live in-person appointments, this tool, this ebook shows you how you can implement Zoom video conferencing into your automated system. So you could even do your client appointments through Zoom and not have to worry about, telling people you're closed and you can't meet with them. So I encourage you to go download this ebook today, get some more information about how these tools can help you, and start setting up that automated booking system for your firm now. Now, if you need more help, you can also go to our website and book a free consultation with me, where we can talk a little bit more about what you need. You can go to martindeledigital.com, and I'll put that URL right there on the bottom of the screen. So martindeledigital.com is another resource if you want to book a free consultation where we can talk about what's going on with your law firm and see if we can help you implement some of these systems or even others. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this information about automated booking systems. And remember, if you're going to set up a result and you have something that you want to set up with regard to your digital marketing, make sure you think about the big picture. What is the result you're trying to get? And then set up the plan to implement and get you that result. Thanks again for joining me, and I look forward to having you back on tomorrow live at 5. We do these broadcasts every day at 5. So look forward to having you tune in, and you can follow me on Facebook or LinkedIn or subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll get reminders when these are going live. And I look forward to having you on. And leave me a comment if you have any information or you have questions about what we've presented. Love to get back to you and connect with you online. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a blessed day.